We say that he has to come down from heaven, down here. So you see, that's the only good we could get is a person that was fully heavenly minded coming down to earth to do some good here. And that's how we got saved, our deliverer. If we follow him. Now, he didn't just come and said, okay, you're all saved now. He come and he lived as an example. He teaches what to do. He lived it as an example. He's teaching us. This is what I want you to bring to the world. Not just verbally, but I want you to walk the way I walk. He said to his disciples, will you be able to bear the cup I bear? The disciples said, yes, you will. And he said, okay, you will bear it, but it comes with great consequence. Jesus never said, look here, when you start serving me, immediately you're going to have a Ferrari car and a big house and love the church or 300 wives and all that kind of stuff. No. He teaches us that when we start serving him, we are getting a place in his eternity, in eternity with him. That's what he teaches. He teaches us that, yes, you're here. It's like a testing ground, right? And the things you need to go through this test, number one is faith, right? He said that we need to have endurance because he said, he that endure to the end, they shall be saved. Endure what? The trials and tribulation that come against us. He said, fear not, because the Lord is able and will help you too if you have trusted him. Just continue trusting. Like Sister Louis said, pray daily, our communication, stay with him. We have to continually, in prayer, reading the Bible, knowing what is right and wrong, right? God, we come short when we settle for something a little bit less. Paul himself, we know the story of Paul, but when he met Jesus, and when he started teaching and living, he didn't settle for less. He went through beatings. He went through persecutions. He got locked up, arrested. The disciples were the same thing. They got beaten. People after them, they got killed. If we know the history, not just the biblical, but the history of the things that was going on in Rome at the time, there was a lot of people that got fed to lions, burned alive. Those are Christians of the time. They were running from different armies, added underground with their services at in certain places. So we can understand that there, at the time after Jesus' death, there was a great persecution and the people that choose to follow after what he was doing, even then, right? Today, we don't fear anybody killing us because we're Christians, or feeding us to lion, or burning us alive, right? The devil restructured the thing. We have a different thing. We fear losing the job, not getting the job, getting put outside the house. It's simple because, it's the same thing. You lose the mark. And as long as he gets you off the part, he's winning, right? And if you come and you got to do this job, but, if you tell him that is your first experience, you're not going to get a job. So you prefer put that you have 5 years experience and find a couple of, right there, we're not trusting God. We can't trust God in our life. There's no way possible for we to trust God in our life because God is the God of all truth. So if we trust in God, we're going to put the truth. But then you got to word your word according to the Spirit. And that's why you need to have a connection, because sometimes you're going to write in this thing, yes, this might be my first experience, but I'm working, if you do work in similar places, or if you make them know something about you that will want them to hire you, even though you're telling the truth. Certain circumstances are different, but God is not short in helping none of us. None. Lies got us into jobs. Lies got us out of jobs. It's a tug of war. But the thing with the tug of war is that while we are fighting here on earth, we still lose in eternity. And I'm like, why go through all this and still lose eternity? If we're going through this, let's go through it to gain eternity, to gain a place with Christ Jesus. If we believe that He's Christ Jesus and the God that we believe that He is, and heaven as we believe that it is. So, to sum it up, what I'm saying today, as problems come our way, situations come, one after the next, remember who we serve, who we belongs to. Sometimes it's hard to do some things, but truth prevails. And sometimes it's very hard to, because sometimes you might say the truth and you might hurt somebody you love. You might cause them a little bit of distress. Like, okay, for instance, you got a friend and he robbed somebody and he hid in your house. Now the cops come and they ask you, is he here? You will say, well, no, he's not. You're protecting your friend. Or you think you're protecting your friend. All right? So you say no, so you lie. You lie to say you're saving him. You're not really saving him, and you're not really protecting him. What you're doing is fixing a problem temporarily. You understand me? If somebody comes to you and you know you're not going to tell a lie, you tell them straight up, if the cops come, I'm going to tell them that you're here. So you need to go somewhere else, right? And don't tell them where you're going either. Yeah. Right? Because the truth is, to change ourselves, we got to stay to the written word. And if we're going to be off the written word, we're not going to change ourselves and we ain't going to help anybody. You understand? There's a reason why the Bible comes with the blessing and the curse. It comes with a punishment for a certain situation. And it comes for a reward for a certain situation. Now, if we dismiss the punishment for a certain situation, we will lose out on probably the reward because we might continue in this situation believing that we will continue getting away with it. While we're doing that, a person might be unhurt, okay, but you're hurting them both physically and spiritually, because spiritually they're not going to get your soul right. Spiritually, they're not going to want to seek out the Lord. And physically, they're just going to be a problem to society until the day they decide to change their life, which might come because they can hear Jesus calling or the calling of the Lord any day. They can hear and they can listen, they can obey. And once you obey and change, you're saved. That's what the Bible says. Once you obey and you hear, the Lord says, you change from your sinful part. You put away the foolishness or the sins, the lies, we have all different types of sins. So once we put that away, we're in good standards with the Lord. And we keep them away because we have to keep them away. All right? This comes the end of our Sunday school. I'll ask Sister Louis, could you close us out with prayer?
Praise the Lord. Father, we give you thanks this morning, God. We give you thanks because thank you together each and every one here this morning, God. Please on the day to come, we pray for them, God, that they will come safe. Father God, we thank you for every word that come from your Son of this morning, God. We discover the right and the right word and everything's right of this. Oh, Father God, we love you and cherish you. We know who you are, your Father. Without you, God, we would be here today. You put us to sleep and you wake us up, God. We glorify the name this morning, God. We lift you up this morning, God. And we pray this morning for our pastor this morning that is going to give us the message of God. Strengthen our dear Father. Hallelujah, Jesus. God, we love you.